You're waiting for a tutorial. A tutorial that will take you far away. You know where you hope this tutorial will take you, but you can't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. Now tell me why. Yeah. So, I didn't exactly expect to get a viewer request so soon after launching the TheGrassBlock, but I did, so here it is. They requested to show how, or I guess, you know, a tutorial on how to build that subway stop system I showed in my previous video. Apparently people want to know the mechanics, so I will oblige. First I'll start off by showing you exactly what you're going to need. Well, you know, to an extent, obviously. It's going to be different for everybody. But what I have to build it. A pickaxe, obviously, to destroy any unwanted blocks. Rails are a must, absolute must. And depending on how large of a system you're building, like how long you're going, how, you know, all the mechanics, all the variables. I have cobblestone, but that's because I'm building it above ground. If you're adapting it to fit into a cave or something like that, then you should only need, you know, a pickaxe or something. A water bucket for the stop itself, and plenty of minecarts, because minecarts are both the boosters and your transportation. So let's get started by building first the actual stop itself. So I'm gonna do this. I want it at least 2 off the ground, but that's just because of how it's going to react, because we don't want the water to spill out. Hello, why do you keep doing that? So we're gonna build the trough. Whatever it is. Keep in mind the length, because that's important. You can't have any water spilling over, because if you do, it'll destroy your rails, and that's rather unfortunate. So, start by placing our water. Oh, hey, I was 1 off. That's okay. There. There's the trough. That'll stop the minecart when it initially comes by. That's simple enough to build. That has basically nothing to do with this. Then a rail to catch it when it falls. That's always a plus. Otherwise, you know, your minecart's gonna wander off to the side. Now, the next one's a bit tricky, because this one actually has you going into the booster system. Okay, that's... I was a little confused on how I was doing stuff. Oops. It's got a kind of a weird shape to it. It's got... Here, I'll actually destroy this just to make it easier to see. That's the shape you're gonna need for the... Oh, crap. My bad. Okay. That's the shape you're gonna need for the booster. At least, you know, the rail to catch it. And then that'll zip it back around. Now, we're gonna build the first booster first, obviously, just so you understand how this is gonna work. You want to make sure when you're doing this, build 1 rail at a time, because just like this went to show, they will try to jump tracks. So if you do this and you put 1 up there, when you put the secondary one down, it won't attach. So there. This will be what helps boost the perpetual one. This first track here is going to be the one that is constantly going, dropping and stuff. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and break this extra block you put up and put a block there, so it'll hit that and keep going back and forth. And then just drop your minecart down. And push it, I guess. There. Now this will infinitely do that. So that will be our booster for when the minecart actually drops down here. But now we need more track to go on. This is the simple part. The booster is easy enough. Just cakewalk. So that's that. There are multiple ways of doing the boosters that I'm about to do, but I like to do this. And I haven't really noticed what difference it makes, how long the tracks are, but from what I've heard, the longer your track is, like the longer you make this booster, so I could extend this way out here, but the longer you make that, the more, like, the quicker it goes. At least that's what I've heard. So take my words with a grain of salt here. Alright, so this is the first track, easy enough. It's a simple down into a ditch, and you're good. And then, same system as the booster. You have the one rail, which goes up and into that square, that weird shape. Then take your minecart, drop it down. Doesn't need to do that. Put it all the way towards the back wall. You don't want it up here. This just turns it around. So, when the actual minecart comes along, it'll get propelled by that, and then propelled by that a second time. And then that booster comes right around. Now then, I had it do this. But of course, you know, you don't have to make it curve around, but you will want a system that keeps coming back to the stations. Let it turn, and then I made it go into another booster. The boosters are important because obviously over time your minecart will slowly lose speed. So the boosters help keep that inertia. Whoops. I guess this time I'm just going to need to go uphill. Oh, crap. Oh, words. Phrases. Okay, there. Okay, that's both the boosters out of the way for the miniature version. So now, minecart will drop down, get hit by that, come this way, and you get boosted by that, come along this track, and get boosted by that a second time. And then, we need something to come up here and reach that, so that's easy. I had an itch. So, it only needs to come up about 3 blocks. Whoops. Ha! I am so smart. There we go. Now it'll just get boosted right up this ramp. And then along the final stretch. And bam! That's it. There's really not much to it, but it's a wonderful little tool, especially when you're trying to get around and you don't want to carry around minecarts all the time. So, walk down some stairs, do some final detail work, and then test it with your minecart. Booster set, booster set, booster set. Now it comes around, it's both boosters, and bam, you have your station. That's it. That's all there is to it. And it'll just keep doing that.